51:31 seconds.
Looks like we're off.
Opening up here, we have the Ninja Village. What's that?
I was about to say, what do we got to say about the Ninja Village?
You're a pretty lazy ninja. You don't like going to history class, but you've been training all your life under the threat of a demon curse. Like, there's a prophecy that they're going to come back and attack your village, and the Western hero will show up at the last minute to save you. And you figure, what the heck, today you might as well heed the Elder's call and go on your way. Your teacher reminds you about your clan's cloud step technique right as you head over to the main hall. This technique allows you to get those lines under the ninja's feet whenever you hit something midair. This is the cloud step. It gives you a second. So you're going to see this a lot throughout the run, and that's a vital technique to going fast.
Good thing you listened to your teacher, because just as soon as you started going to class, all heck breaks loose.
Sure enough, the Western hero arrives right as the demon army. We can only assume is this guy with the bow.
It looks like a hero.
He's got a cool hat, so he must be heroic.
Yeah.
I saw one little shard fly over the Entu. That's a time shard. It's a currency in this game, which enemies have a 40% chance. So they're going to want to gather 40 of those before the first shop, so that they can get an upgrade which allows them to strike enemy projectiles.
Yeah, so first thing to look out is for those 40 time shards. And we're off to our first level. After the introduction level, this is Autumn Hills. Fairly basic movement. You move to the right a lot. A little bit of vertical movement later on, but good introductions to all your basic movements that you get at the beginning. Yeah.
Pretty simple designs. You just hold right and jump a lot, but to optimize it, this takes a lot of precision and skill. It's one of the harder levels to do.
Yeah, it really is. Just thinking about the small, precise movements you gotta make, and it's one of the longer levels in this 8-bit category, actually. Alright, both bought their first upgrade, which allows them to go up that wall right there. So, new ninja feature to progress even further into the game.
I saw there the shopkeeper. Sorry, go.
Go ahead.
He's kind of a mystic figure. He lives in a void sort of outside of time, and he gives you upgrades. If you're going to be stuck in a pit, you can't save the world, so he gives you claws to get out of it for free. And then you need to give him shards to get things like Strike of the Ninja. And there we have our first damage boost. Kodran getting shot left, and Entu also left. They want to go right so they can go right through the spikes. Otherwise, it's risky.
Yeah, and we just saw that spikes basically do 3 damage, while everything else pretty much does 1 damage. A few things do 2 damage, and later on we're going to see that was already Freudian slip. We're going to see the lasers, which actually will do 4 damage, but that's a little bit further down the road.
New viewers will notice that the audio sort of muffles when going up. Pretty cool feature the sound engineers added to the.
Yeah, big shout out to the sound design as well to the soundtrack.
You can see both of them eat a face full of saw blade just to go a little bit faster, damaging through it rather than. Entu going for projectile spike tower, and he makes it over no problem, seamlessly grabbing the health on his way. Both runners are synced up pretty good now. Looks like Kodran's just a little bit.
Yeah, just slightly ahead.
Well, audio seems unavailable at this time, so we'll go by.
I think he said something about that. Alright.
Looks good.
Ooh, I do have a little slip up
Kodran
there.
audio.
Alright. One of the few vertical movement levels up here, going up, moving back down, before you head out to the next screen with a lot of more right movement.
Looks like both runners have met their goal of 130 time shards. This will allow them in the next shop to get a shuriken upgrade, as well as an ability to jump through taking damage, reducing their knock. The shuriken will be vital to getting this boss down in one cycle by doing enough damage the first time he throws his bush out. So spoiler alert, this boss is a golem made of bushes.
Bush or leaves?
Leaves, I suppose.
Oh, it's a bush made out of leaves. It's a golem, whatever.
There's many more golems that you will see in this game, including Emerald and Arcane Breath.
Exactly. If you do everything correctly, the one cycle shouldn't be too hard, as we saw Kodran get it down. Entu's probably going to get it as well.
No problem.
Good thing that they got the shurikens, and they move on to the next level.
These runners have played the game since before the text skip patch, when they had to mash the button very fast to get through text boxes. Now we just hold 2 buttons and it goes as fast as possible. Thank you, Sabotage.
Yeah. Great developers that listened to the community and they actually added that feature. Alright, next level, Catacombs. We meet one of our Phobikin friends right down here. Sadly, we won't be seeing too much of them in this run. That's actually the only one we're going to be seeing. Little guys are always afraid of something, usually fitting to the theme of the level.
Yep, my name's Necro, so I'm afraid of the dead, so I live in the catacombs. Yay, me! Here we have a preview of the boss level, right? He's gonna throw some trash mobs at us, try to slow us down.
It's my buddy.
He's everyone's buddy at heart, and we're gonna go on great adventures with him this summer.
Oh yeah.
We're really hoping that he doesn't go low. More on that later. Right now, the theme of this level, other than the dead things in Castlevania style, is the Crushers. Crushers move on a cycle when you enter the... So Kodran, knowing going through the spikes, and Entu as well, that they're going to be on a good path to go through all of the Crushers.
Yeah, perfect movement will allow you to go through those 3 without a problem. Otherwise, you'd have to slow down for a second, and we don't like slowing down.
That's right, no problem. Jumping on these platforms as they're going your direction gives you a small boost, so I managed to get on both. Getting through that room very clean, and through Double Crusher, Underwater Crusher. There's a spike damage boost here that they will both likely use. Kodran says, nah, I don't want to go get health.
Oh, neither does Entu. It's a fairly new strat that's been found during this tournament. We won't be seeing it now, because up in this room, going a different way, you'll actually get another health refill. If done correctly, it saves about roughly a half second.
Especially also, in a race, you gotta stick with what you know.
Yeah, also, but, you know, it feels good just moving down through those spikes instead of waiting for those few seconds. Just that constant movement. But that's just my thought. Kodran getting a decent pattern here. Entu a little bit more unfortunate, but no problem for him.
As long as he sticks those shuriken, he's good. Kodran landing through another spike B boost, and Entu following up short. Now we're getting chased by a Crusher. To go through this room horizontally is pretty satisfying, catching those jump cycles.
Yeah, this room feels really good. Kodran moving up. First time we use a lot of those double slashes to move a little bit further up. And then this is the hardest Crusher in this room to get. Movement has to be pretty tight to make this cycle up here. As you can see, Kodran rarely has room, but if you get it down, you get it every time. Looks like Entu's going to get it no problem as well. As we enter...
Every time I get it 100% of the time.
Every time? Good job. Alright, this is Ruxton. Ruxton has 2 patterns, as you probably know by now. He can either go high, or he can either go low. Heard he was not that fortunate yesterday, and there we go. Kodran gets high Ruxton. Let's see. If
Hi,
Entu-
Roxton.
He gets it as well.
The double Roxton.
Here we
Save
go.
Nation in chat, please.
Both with a great kill there. This is, in fact, the Messenger, not Ninja Gaiden 7. But it's a spiritual... what do you call it?
Certainly this segment, the 8-bit category, is spiritual
Yeah.
successor to Ninja Gaiden.
Totally.
So people open this up expecting, I thought of Metrovania, but you just have to stick with it. It has some pretty interesting twists.
Oh, yeah. Alright. Bamboo Creek. I'm not going to say the first challenging level, but if you start picking this game up you've never played before and you want to get good at this game and you want to bring your time down just by improving your movement, then play this level over and over again. It will help a lot.
The stage is the home of the Bamboo Gang trademark. It's a really good spot to practice, like Ish said, and a good spot that you'll see a lot of runners decide whether or not they want to play this game.
Yeah. You're gonna see a lot of little things. Oh my god. Something just happened.
A small notification there. Entu and Kodran flying through. They're getting ready for a fireless. They're going to attempt to jump over this. Kodran misses it and lands on the platform. It's definitely slower, but optimal versus eating stuff.
Entu gets it, and look at that. They're back neck on neck.
Really close stuff. Coming up is a skip named after the player Entu. They're going to jump off of this green guy. They're going to slash him, get the projectile mid-air, and then neither of them get it. They're going to leave the one tower and go to the... Unbelievable. It's a mysterious skip, and if you don't get it on the first setup, then it's better to just abandon.
Yeah, pretty much. My backup sucks.
And due to a wall grab, Kodran takes the lead for a moment. Looks like there's about a second drift. Let's see how it...
Entu's back up ahead. This is a neck on neck. This is what I was expecting anyway.
Coming up to the end of the stage. Oh,
no.
That's gonna switch it to Kodran or Entu's favor. Going for the bamboo drop. He misses all of the platforms. That's what you... Kodran just hits one, but otherwise, fairly good bamboo stage.
Alright, next level, Holland Grotto. This level can be a pain. I hope we don't see it, but our messenger can actually be kind of clingy when it comes to you know, small confinements. Every time he hits a wall, he likes to hang on to it for a little bit too long. We're buying 2 more upgrades here, one that we'll only be seeing once in this 8-bit run, which is the underwater boost, and the other one is being the glide suit slash. Also, we got the glide suit to progress, as we can see here. You can use like these little air streams to move a little bit up, and we actually see the attack right there being used multiple times.
Very useful attack. Really good quality of life improvement through these levels, and pretty much essential for crags and glacial peaks if you're going for that. There are going to be some vertical ascent levels later on that we're going to really want this for, and so it's good that the runners got the 275 shards to purchase. Coming up, we're going to see a Donkey Kong room, named so because you get these guys throwing the stones down these, you know, there it is. And here's the Bit Crunch hey. All the developers shouting, hey.
Hey.
So there you have it, jumping through the saw for a deep boost and then waiting on the second. Neither runner are going to go risky strat in this. You see one damage through the turtle and the other one killed.
And had to be a little bit careful there. It's down to 1 health. They still got through it.
You get used to moving at 1 health.
Yeah, that's true.
It's always pretty scary though.
Looks like Kodran's catching up a little bit again. Alright, that's the underwater boost. That's all we're going to be seeing in this 8-bit run.
So sad.
Yeah, so useful, especially later on.
And I didn't see, was that a yellow spike on either? It seemed like at least one of those was pretty...
Could have been.
We'll see that room again next race.
Yeah.
Climbing up here, we find a block concealed in the wall that we can just skip going all the way around.
That took me the longest time to find.
It's pretty well hidden. Hey! Entu entering the Emerald Golem boss fight. This is a guy who's just digging tunnels, minding his own business, and then the ninja thinks he's attacking him, so they get into a deathmatch. Entu's gonna run through his fist and attack that smash ball in the middle 7 times before retreating to the outside to throw a shuriken and climb up some air. If he does this twice, then he will get the 2-cycle kill, which is off.
And we see Entu going over to the left, Kodran going over to the right. Not that big of a difference, but almost pretty much synced up. It's like 1 second's difference, as Kuni just pointed out.
Both runners are going for the 2-cycle, no problem. Now, when they get down to the second phase of this fight, that Golem Spirit in the middle of the base can either go left or right. If he goes left, it'll be a slightly faster. If he goes right, they have an interesting option for good screen position.
Can also go high or low. Alright. Entu got
Kodran
there.
got pretty low on the screen, didn't have a shuriken. Yeah, that was a good left cycle.
Yeah. Yeah, this is really close.
You see
So
the
there he
Golem
is.
mourning his gold.
Quill Shroom Marsh.
Really fun platforming stage, a lot of great ambience and the stage music. You see that the mushroom lanterns and the mushrooms in the background are singing to the shoutouts to Rainbow Dragonite for
great.
composing this OST. Entu entering into the longest horizontal room in the game. It's going to have a lot of crisp movement here, get a lot of double lantern jumps and maybe some of those sweet aerial attacks. And you can just kind of bounce on the enemies and play floor as lava with this.
Beautiful.
Here comes a spike ball, which can be pretty scary. You have to get pretty close to it and then jump over. And then baiting that bird out so that you can use it for cloud step. Kodran takes it, slowing down for just a moment, but always pressing forward.
Fine. Beautiful.
Clean lantern jump into the bird attack. Very nice. Managing to get right up that wall with no problem. Entu throws a shuriken onto the spike mushroom, opening the...
Alright, let's see that double lantern jump right here.
Actually slashing the mushroom needle as well as the lantern
Ooh.
before going for that final...
Beautiful.
It's a thrilling segment of platforming too. Up here we have a very ninja moment.
There we go.
He sticks it. And Kodran gets a little bit low, but he's going to press forward and attempt to get it. It misses, so he just carries on. A pretty interesting gauntlet here. Lots of tight movement around a lot of...
A lot of enemies, yeah.
The stage is very overwhelming, I think, upon the first viewing, especially as a casual player. It throws a lot at you at once. And then once you run it for, 20 or 50 times, it just kind of becomes a fun adventure through this one.
Oh, yeah. Alright, let's see if Entu's gonna go for that little skip up here. He's got the timing down so far. If he keeps this up, he can go past the left on that spike platform. He does it no problem. Kodran's sure to follow. Yep.
Very nice.
Easy.
Just like the Crusher skip we saw in Catacomb. Executes the room, no problem. They get right around this. And they're heading into Queen of Quills, a boss which we recently discovered a much faster kill for. Which they're both going to. And he's going to knock her down with the shuriken once she gets on that ring, and then slash her, jump over the quills, slash her some more, head to the middle of the room and catch her off the ring. This time he has to go all out and damage boost through the quills to keep slashing her. And hit one damage short. Both getting the whip cycle, so fast queen kill.
Yeah. It's still considered fast. There's a faster way now, but that's still fast.
Very good execution from both, getting the shuriken from the door. It's fast enough we could have seen Kodran definitely take the lead, getting the fastest kill. But no big reason to sweat. Coming up into Searing Cracks, we have to make some good platforming segments. Kodran needs to kill this rock. He misses the slash.
Ooh.
Entu enters the shop where we're finally going to get the rope dart, which allows us to grab to walls and go fast, in addition to granting us some iframes for moving through enemies.
Yeah, the other two optional upgrades that usually everyone buys is for one more health point, and the other one is that enemies might have a chance to drop actually little health nods.
As Cooney pointed out in the chat, that fast queen kill is 3.4 seconds. Coming up on a really interesting Kodran slot. Let's see if he goes for it. He does not. Another interesting skip coming up here. He's going to jump slash the stalactite and jump over. Both runners get that. No. There's a couple of varieties you can do the run. You see that Entu went to the right up the wall and Kodran climbed through the demons land.
And we're back neck on neck, man.
It's a very tight race. Good jump up through the ceiling, grabbing, cloud steps with it.
Hit that small corridor, but both done it beautifully.
Entu has a very efficient climb. Kodran gets off for just half a second on that. As we said, the ninja is pretty sticky. Gonna rope dart right through the sequence of enemies and climb through a very interesting tall and jump straight through that fireball, double slashing the fireballs to get extra jumps in the air. They're just gonna, clean as can be, get right up into the next and head on into Colossus.
Yeah, both of them having a sick climb at the end. Colossus and Seuss's. This is where we really start abusing the rope dart with its iframes, just getting close to the bosses. As we can see that they have different patterns. One of the more RNG bosses of this 8-bit run. You can either get Seuss's, the green guy, or Colossus, first one, then each have their separate moves. It all depends on what you get. Ain't too bad. Sometimes you can get unfortunate patterns. It costs you a little bit of time. But
you see, Seuss is knocked out and Entu's back, and Kodran's back.
Yeah, they're both pretty close. I think Entu had the little bit better pattern, but Kodran's finishing up, and he didn't lose much time either, so...
Not bad at all. Could be a lot worse. Let's get some shovel please in chat for both runners going into our favorite zone of the run,
Glacial Peak. This is where everything comes together now. Alright, we got the cloud step, we got, projectiles that we can hit, we got our rope dart, we got our glide suit, we got everything, and it just perfectly fits together on this level right here.
Very interesting wall, they just boost right up over.
Yeah, if you've never seen this before, enjoy. So much fun to look at.
Entu misses a little skip, has to wait for the fireball, but that's alright. Kodran misses it as well.
Wow.
You rarely see that, but hey, anything can happen in a race. Really good part here. Entu's likely going up around the right. Very clean ascent.
Beautiful. Let's see if Kodran does the same. Yep.
And he sticks it. Missing that can be so frustrating, but really good execution from. This is a level you really don't want to slow down and you want to keep that momentum going as fast as.
Yeah, just gotta keep going. Kodran have a little hiccups here and there.
This is kind of, in the ninja's eye, the final culmination of his journey. He was told to carry this scroll to the top of this mountain, and he is almost there. Like a horse seeing the stables, this is kind of where you get a full sprint going. Really sweet jumps. Let's see if Entu gets that. He does not. Oh.
Oh no, Kodran.
Introducing Corval, our greed demon companion with a magic ring that reverses time when Kodran has eaten spikes, and he's going to be set to a checkpoint. That's not looking good for the runner. He's going to do a quick reset to reload the game file and restore himself to full.
Yeah.
As Entu holds the scroll up high and summons the Tower of Time, the final test of this.
Yeah, one of the longest cutscenes right here. Roughly takes 40 seconds before you gain control of your character again.
It'd be very frustrating to watch the clock tick down through waiting to enter the tower.
Ooh.
Kodran's missed the platforms. Now that they're gone, has to go the attended route. Hopefully he can get the Medusa head here. He does, and recovers up that. Very rough glacial, but he's going to continue.
Alright. Meanwhile, Entu and Tower of Time. These are the mentioned lasers. You want to avoid them at all costs. They do 4 damage instead of everything doing 1 and spikes doing 3. These actually do 4 damage. We got 7 health now, but we're still trying to conserve our energy or health for a trick coming up later. It looks like Entu might be on a good roll, but it all depends on these next 2 rooms because of our whiz robes.
Oh, don't we all love Wizard?
We love them. It's a love-hate thing. As you've probably seen them, you've seen them in catacombs as well. They can basically teleport wherever they want, and sometimes they just get in your way. Ooh.
Very interesting execution of that laser. Entu's gonna wall kick off the platform to skip the side. And this journey needs really tight movement, which he's getting.
Looks
Rope
good.
dart to every surface and skip the crush.
Feels good, man.
Entu has enough health to in this next room.
Yeah. He's going to avoid the lasers on his way down, but heading back up, there's a total of 4 lasers, and with good movement, no problem, you can get through. Damage boosting, and saving a lot of time.
Something to the wall and then off of the platform as it rises. He can rope darting and skip that laser. He's gonna rope dart right up to the spikes and makes that a very tight corridor, but he sticks it safe. Rope darting to this ceiling tile to just do a safe drop. He's moving right on to just our favorite room in the game.
Beautiful.
Tries to hit all of these crystals perfect without accidentally sending yourself back to the wrong crystal or proceeding without tagging a crystal. He does it just. He's gonna jump off the platform right into the lasers, getting hit with the first eyeball to take advantage of those eyeballs. Moves through triple wizard room with 1 HP. And he's safe.
Yeah. Makes it kind of scary, but usually you won't get hit if you keep the movement as you usually do it. This is Time Waster Room. Up until like 2 months ago, we traversed through every little room. Then we figured out, oh, hey, why not just skip 2 of them to save 5 seconds? And that's the story of that, basically.
6 seconds. It's a really quick execution.
Alright. Well, Entu is on his last ascend right here. Heading up to the final boss of the 8-bit category. We're going to see Arcane Golem coming up here pretty quick.
Pretty intimidating boss to encounter.
Beautiful animated, though. Just the pixel art as it is.
Definitely one of the prettiest bosses in the game. These runners have cooked up some really nice tricks for this boss specific.
Yeah, we're going to see more rope dart abuse. A lot of rope dart abuse. Let's rope dart slash, trying to stay really close to his head. To get those iframes and avoid those little balls flying around his head.
Very well done.
31-23.
Kodran making that final climb as well. Just getting ready to enter the Arcane Golem fight. And to getting a 31-23, that is a mean time for a race or any other circuit.
That's just a mean time in general. All right, Kodran finishing up here. Let's go, Kodran. Finish this up strong. Oh, we're missing his audio now, huh? Because
I got it.
All right. Thanks, bud.
That is going to be a +1 to Entu.
All right. So round 1 goes to Entu. We'll be opening up the next room here just in a few seconds. So hold on.
Well played to both rounds. It's a good recovery from it. Kodran still getting like 32-29, I think.
Yeah, looked like it.
With the death, that is phenomenal.
Yeah, that's an amazing time, even with 1 death. Or actually, even without a death, that'd be amazing time. All right, we're just opening up the next room here. Give us a few minutes. So round 1 goes to Entu. We're actually having a best of 3 here in the semifinals. Kuningas EST won yesterday, the best of 3, so he'll be in the finals, and the winner of today is going to be facing Kuningas next week, probably.
Worth noting, the loser of this match will also be facing 2 seed plus for the bronze.
Exactly, which will be also scheduled next week. Looks like Kodran needs 1 second here. So yeah, for those people that have never seen this game before, what you actually right now saw was the 8-bit category. This game actually moves on from this point to the 16-bit category, which has another 2 levels inside of it. And after you've done that part, which are linear levels, you're actually told you need to do some other stuff without spoiling it, and it turns out to be a Metroidvania game in the later half of the game. So just when you thought you're pretty much through with the game, you get a little bit more fun. So if you haven't picked it up yet, I really recommend picking this up. Personally, one of my favorite games of 2018. Has still that much replay value. The story is really good. The music's really good. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. Just a bunch of good stuff. As the two players are preparing right now. We're just about ready. Yeah, the rope darting's pretty good. There you go, Meta Rob.
Always be rope darting is good advice.
Yeah. This game's algorithm. Can you rope dart it? Yes, do it. You cannot. Okay, try in 0.5 seconds again.
That's accurate.
Uh,
Just standing by for just a moment, waiting for the runners to ready.
all right.
We will be starting shortly.
So I'm really hoping for 3. I'm not biased to anyone, but I'm really hoping for 3 races.
The more the merrier.
Exactly. And we're pretty much on our way.
Is good. Force spike and code. And we've begun.
Alright, this is Ninja Village, and you're a pretty lazy ninja student. We already got that, so we're not going to be talking about that again. Might point out a little bit more of the finesse stuff that's coming up, since we got 3 races to talk about it. This is pretty much straightforward. Movement to the right is just as fast walking as it is basically jumping. That doesn't really waste that much time. You see the slashing right there. If you do not hit an enemy that does not kill him, you do not really lose that much time. And after each slash in the air, like if it's that lantern, projectile enemy or whatever, you're going to see those cloud step, those white lines. Neat little fact here for those people that did not know. After this cutscene, if you press down, you actually save half a second because the messenger doesn't jump that far back.
It's an interesting little mechanic. It's like it doesn't seem to work if you're holding the text skip, so it requires a quick release and then holding down. I hold down right, whatever feeling once you get.
Yeah, I got down right as
fine
well.
On that, and just get that short. Saves like a second.
I didn't pay attention. Did they get shards?
1 shard each, I believe.
All right.
My least favorite amount of shards, personally.
It's either none or all, right?
It's very fair. Yes. All or
nothing.
Don't meet me halfway, Fire Demon. Your one-time shard. I want you to go big or go home. That's all I'm saying.
You might also notice that they got differences in languages. Beforehand, as Kyle said in the first race, you had to mash through the text boxes, but thanks to the good developers of Sabotage Studios, they added the mechanics that you can just skip through it, no problem. And ever since then, it does not really matter that much. If you got English, Japanese, Chinese, German, French, Italian, and Russian, yeah, is in there. I think those are basically.
I believe we have a Korean option. Any language you prefer. I happen to like the game in Japanese. You know, it's a ninja style game.
Yeah, exactly.
I know some of those words. Really not a lot, but it's maybe 1 or 2 frames faster in shops, and that's it.
That's what I heard. Exiting out of shops, it's supposed to be a little bit quicker. So, like you see, each player has like little bits of route differences, even in Autumn Hills. It's just whatever you feel a little bit better with. Also, trying to get that shard count up to 130 for that second shop visit. Each player has their. Well, that was kind of neat from Entu.
Entu ends up going right. It's very nice. You see, just in choices of enemies to kill or not to. There might be more risk in going down like 2 Fire Demons a couple rooms back, but you might get 2 more shards. And here, do they rest their chin on the corner right under the saw, or do they play? It's like Entu rests his chin, Kodran plays it safe. Fortunately, neither of them died to the saw blade, which is what we want. Them die to a saw blade. Come on, boys.
Oh, another fun fact. If you're underwater and you're going looking to the left, you got like a small gap between your chin and the wall. But if you're facing the right side, you're close. Your nose is right up to that wall. I don't know if you ever noticed that.
I never noticed that.
Shout out to Justin.
Let's go, Justin.
Ooh,
And he's not going to get that spike tower, but some respect in chat for going.
Yeah.
Save the frames, save the run. A pretty tight movement over the platform.
Yeah, this room feels really good. First time you get it down. Like just getting that cycle without ever stopping.
Looks like on Spike Tower, Kodran took a pretty good lead.
Kodran with the early lead and really nice vertical movement in that one room right there.
Really interesting seeing Entu just climbing right up the left side of that. This game is a solid puzzle that you can sort of solve each room how you want to do it, as long as it's viable. There are actually many ways to do it.
And both players with enough shards again to buy both upgrades that are needed. Alright, let's check out his shop time right here.
That's a pretty hot shop.
Yeah, don't be conflicted, dude. Just root for both of these guys. They're both good dudes.
Really good one cycle from Kodran. Sure, Entu will follow suit. Please, no commentator. And we're good. Everybody unclench. Well, it does bring my heart great joy to see Kodran take the lead, as that might indicate hope for a third.
Ooh, yeah.
I really am just wishing for a close race at this point.
There you go. Alright. We didn't talk about Forlorn Temple last time. This is a nice level.
Part of humanity's last stand before the demon's original invasion.
Those little platforms up there, that's actually where we're going to see those Phobikins that we talked about in the first race. Like that little Necro dude right there. They're going to be standing up there later on. Spoilerino, sorry.
You might be asking yourselves why they didn't just teleport themselves out of their shop. You know, when you're afraid like that, sometimes you just need a friend to say, hey, bud, you got work to do. Hi, Roxanne.
Let's see if we get amazing 6 highs after yesterday's races.
Or 5 highs and a low.
Oh yeah, I guess it would be 5 highs and a low A.
I mean, soon it will be no low.
Oh yeah. Any update on that though?
Maybe summer?
Maybe
Later.
with a new DLC? Yeah, for those people that do not know, this game's got a free DLC coming up pretty soon. It's summer beach themed, so we're thinking it's going to be anytime soon, maybe in June or something like that.
It's going to be beach themed, picnic panic. It's going to have a lot of audio inspiration from the great Dick Dale, the king of surf rock. So be on the lookout for a lot of those good bit style tremolo.
Yeah, both not really going with that skip. I don't know, I like doing it.
I like it as well, but
To each their own.
it can be rough going for the health and then making, a wall grab or getting hit by a fireball. Any imperfections in that room will effectively lose your time save completely.
Yeah, that's true.
For going for both deboosts, you're really hoping, I believe, to save half a second. If I'm not mistaken. So movement just has to be tight, and it seems almost like a risk option. Now, as you say, they have the satisfaction of just jumping straight into this.
Both are pretty good catacombs so far.
Entu definitely not far behind. Let's see if it has a faster vertical. Kodran's pretty clean. That's tough competition. Entu makes just one miss on the jump, and it cascades from. He's restabilized and moving on. Alright, 2 crusher skips. Let's go.
Oh, Entu not gonna make it.
It
Had a
looks
little
good.
hiccup. Oh, he's gonna make it? Ooh, okay, never mind.
You have a little bit of wiggle room.
Yeah.
Don't try this at home. You don't have to do that room perfectly, but you really want.
Hi, Rexton.
Hi, Ruxton. That's a bucket.
Oh,
Kodran with the low Ruxton straps. N2 is going to have to follow up his.
so first race we saw both getting high Ruxton and both getting low Ruxton. At least that is fair race-wise.
He's a competitive boy.
Yeah, Rux ain't that cool, at least in this run right now.
He just needs a vacation.
I think he does.
N2 jumped right on his head, showing a little bit of frustration with the turn.
Oof.
Let's go, Bamboo boys.
Yo, look at that sub.
Big shout out to 8-Bit Cupcake. 17 months up.
That's a lot of months.
Thank you for supporting this channel, and thank you Speed Gaming for hosting it.
Alright, Shovel, please in chat.
Neat trick here, you slash a fireball and throw 2 shuriken. N2 seems down 1 shuriken. Can't secure that just yet, but goes the slightly slower way and just jumps over a turtle. We don't talk a lot about this guy. He's kind of a jerk that we mostly ignore because if you attempt to fight him, he'll just run away at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Not much to say there. He's fast, that's about it.
Yeah, just ignore him. Ooh.
Kodran getting through that safely.
As you can see, like, small hiccups that do add up over time, so Kodran currently building up his lead a little bit. Let's see if he gets into skip this time.
Does the French setup, he misses the one tile, he's going to move on to the other.
That gives Entu a chance to catch up a little bit.
High indeed. He's not going to even go for it.
No,
He
he's
will
not
not
even
let
going for it.
he will not let Kodran get even more of.
Yeah, he might be thinking that he's behind a little bit by now.
That's a beautiful rainbow in chat.
Very beautiful.
Really good climbing portion here. You really kind of want to master your double jump in this segment so you don't have to fall and waste time in the.
Yeah, we don't talk a lot about this room either. We totally avoid one of those elevators by just double slashing those lanterns and are making our way to the right and a little bit up. Kodran with a beautiful drop right there.
Yeah, it was quite nice.
Hi, Pupa. What's up?
Each runner, plenty of shards. And you want to drop down that waterfall with that 251 shards. They have easily 2 seconds. They can get their upgrades again, the glide attack and the current master water. Interesting variety, ways that you can do that fire guy different. Some jump off of his head, some go off of it. Entu jumps off of the fireball. Kodran going for the yellow spike drop. He sticks it!
Ooh.
That's incredible.
Beautiful.
Not the worst thing if you eat spikes. You see Entu there has to swirl suit for just half a second. It's faster than eating spikes, but the yellow drop requires beautiful execution. Well done. Coming up on DK Room, I doubt we'll see the heather skip here. Hopefully he has a really clean entry through the saws. And upcoming is the first hay.
Hey.
Let's go Donkey Kong Room.
Yeah, Kodran on fire right now.
Watching a yellow spike is like a shot of testosterone to the eye. Kenny said it doubled his chest hair.
Ooh.
Oh, he gets hit by the golem jam. That is my personal least favorite golem in the entire.
Yeah.
That guy in particular has a problem.
Yeah. You gotta manipulate him to throw right, but that actually wastes a little bit of time to make him throw right, so what are you gonna do?
I'll just drop to the right, slash him in the back of the head for spite.
Smack him up.
See how Kodran does this room? There's really interesting movement options. You can do a really clean slash up and kind of get a triple slash. I believe Entu is going to favor the damage boost through the turtle.
Nope.
I guess when you're on the rise there, you can queue up a pretty effective double slash by queuing up the slash. Timing is rough. Neither runner did get that double slash, but it's worth going.
Absolutely.
Hey, right at the end of the save room. That's where you want to see it. Kick skip is a perfect execution of the level, so Kodran is playing very. And Entu has caught up quickly. So again, we're going to see Kodran run right through his fist, deliver 7 hits to the Smash Ball, and then retreat to the outside for a sure. Kodran likes to go up the right side because on the boss's second pattern, he'll raise his right hand first, so he can get past that hand fairly quickly without a dip.
Yeah, it's just preference if you go left or right.
Entu does it full octane and just takes as much damage as possible to deliver a 2 cycle with 2 HP left, so he has some wiggle room. In case the boss goes left, he's going to take 1 hit and then swiftly kill.
Kodran had a little hiccup there in phase 2. That's going to put Entu a little bit closer again.
That gap is closing quickly. Entu got a pretty good left side kill. Kodran has exited the level right as Entu landed, so still a good, I don't know, 4 or 5 seconds.
Yeah, looks like about 5. I guess we're going to see once this level ends. Alright. Yeah, about 5 to 6 seconds. Nice call, Kyle.
Yeah, likewise. And that was pretty big setbacks earlier in the run, so we're seeing Entu make up a lot of time here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure this level that Kodran's on. Did you mention this is like the longest horizontal?
It is the longest horizontal
Okay.
level. Any other interesting facts you'd like to share with?
Alright. Did you also mention that all you gotta do is like press right?
Really?
Yeah. That's all you gotta do.
It turns out that without the glide attack, you can hold right for this entire level and continuously. A little bit easier with the glide attack, but it just requires some tighter movement and comfort with a double jump there. Kodran taking a small. Worth noting that a glide. I'm gonna shut up. Making a clean ascent onto the bird. He's gonna climb up the wall with no problem.
And he keeps progressing beautifully.
Entu's gonna get the same.
Right behind him.
Excellent shuriken on needle guy per usual.
I see Kodran gets this climb beautifully. Usually does, and he does. Look at that.
Very good stuff. Entu goes under that little mushroom guy. I mean, this is the smallest notes variation.
Kodran going that old way again. Entu probably gonna... Yeah, that should bring him up a little bit closer again.
We almost have both runners on like the same screen, not just same room. Fingers crossed for Queen of Kills.
Oh yeah.
I mean, her name is Queen of Quills, but misspeak is not entirely an act. She's killed many a run.
Alright, that green guy going to the right, that's where you want to see him go. Every now and then you'll see him go to the left, which makes this room a pain in the butt.
Really scary moment for Kodran and Entu. Both making minor but not fatal mistakes in that room. So let's... Both runners briefly on the same screen.
Alright. Just as Kodran starts, Entu enters the same room.
Kodran's gonna play it safe. And he's going one more time for that quick kill.
See if he gets it.
That's a rough damage boost.
Yeah. Yeah, so he ain't that far behind. Just leaves him with no spikes, so Kodran can actually be on the right side, exiting the stage, and Entu's right in the middle, which will take him roughly a second to move over.
Moving on in the Searing Crags, once again, Kodran will go for the Redemption Slash on this second roly-poly in it.
Let's go. Oh.
That's a huge bummer. I'm told it's very important that you kill that in.
It is. You gotta kill that second roly-poly. So I hope it doesn't get him down too much.
Cooney bringing up a valid point. Kodran did just smack the crap out of Cooney, delivering very, very many hits to the... even after her fatal point.
Yeah. Oh no. Little hiccup there from Kodran.
That's definitely going to close the gap. Let's see where it goes.
Ooh, there he is.
Everybody lose their minds.
Swag. Swag.
He gets the Kodran slide. That is not a death counter at the bottom, but rather a score counter. This is a best of 3 match, so Entu is in the lead with 1 brace completed. Or 1 rather, and then Kodran has to win this match to take it into the 3rd race.
Oh yeah, but good for paying attention that Corbel actually appears once you die.
Yeah, outstanding observation.
Oh, that slide, man.
Slide was very good. It's something Kodran been messing around with a couple months ago, but deemed pretty unsafe and slow. Then Pupa donned it as a swag strat in the middle of a race, and we've been calling it Pupa Slide. However, Kodran did just execute it in the semifinals with unsafe health 3 HP. That hit would have killed him. So, again, big respect and really clean ascent through that room from both. It's always such a pleasure to watch people this much practice just flying through the stage.
Yeah. Alright, let's see how RNG treats these two guys. Looks like Kodran got the Sonic Ball, which isn't too bad. All depends on what he gets after this, though.
Come on, RNG, be kind.
Yeah.
Is knocked out on Entu's screen, he goes in for the counter attack. This body slam is the most dangerous attack they have, usually doing the most damage most often.
Alright. Entu just went into the lead with roughly 2 seconds. Not much you can do about that. I mean, yeah, it's whatever RNG you get thrown at. Yeah, Cooney got it right. 2 bad patterns and an extra one. Alright.
It's tough to watch, but let's get sour please, sour please, any kind of you please dancing emotes in chat. Going Kodran's gonna get a chance to really shine and redeem himself after the last glacial spike.
Let's go, Kodran. You got this, dude.
We all believe in you. Both runners making up for that NIS skip last time. Getting it no problem this run. After all, Kodran's name last race was D-Rust, so it's safe to say he is...
Yeah, dude's got to be warmed up by now. Both going to the right again, beautifully.
Really clean stuff.
Looks like he actually caught up again a little bit. Just a tiny little bit.
Just a couple seconds behind Entu at this point. And that's gonna make it about 6-7 seconds behind.
Ouch.
The ice here, the only time we'll really get to see the ice mechanic in this level is when you miss that jump and have to go back.
Yeah.
You will have to wait for your momentum to stop to get a good run and jump.
Yeah, usually you don't really notice the ice physics unless you kind of have a little hiccup here and there. Then is when you actually notice, okay, there are ice platforms here.
It's pretty rough stuff too.
Yeah. And 2 not going for the one tile jump right there.
About 10 seconds in the lead, Entu is just flying up this mountain, right? Kodran going for the Dragon Strike fall.
Let's go.
Risky stuff, respect it. He's gonna stick these platforms this time and get right up that hill.
Also got the wall kick. Oof.
I did not see the wall kick, good shout out. And people pointing out Entu did the Dragon Stratus.
Yeah, Kodran not far behind. Let's go, boy.
Our shopkeeper friend can't believe that we, of all messengers, would be able to manifest. And he's like, Grumble Gur, alright, I'll meet you in there. Just says, stop. No words of encouragement. No, I hope you don't die.
Yeah.
He's seen so many messengers over his time that he can't afford to get emotionally attached. Really clean execution, slashing Crystal through the wall, jumping over, hitting the switch for the shirt, gliding right through that rope dart ring.
Yo, talking about that first room of Tower of Time, can't they change that? That if you just start the level pressing right, you can make it for a cycle? Can that be a thing?
They could, but we would lose the entertainment value of people running face first into lasers.
Yeah, that's true.
I say it's a feature.
Yo.
Really good stuff. Both runners going through with pretty high health. Kodran gonna avoid getting squished by the platform there. And this Wizrobe's a bit of a jerk, but he's gonna make it through. I don't know, it's scary. He gets 3 HP, he can carry that Wizrobe into the next room. Okay, the Wizrobe did not fall.
Yeah, it's both are running on PC.
However, yes, we recently see the game was. Oh no.
Oh no.
Kodran's died going for the lasers, but this, all things considered, not the worst place to die.
Yeah, you see the save point is right underneath him, so it doesn't actually waste that much time.
Into getting the laser skip again, Kodran's just gonna play it safe through these lasers and avoid a second. We've seen a lot of deaths in that spiky wind. Fortunately, Entu makes it through okay.
Kodran not getting another health nod, so he won't be able to try to go for the French connection, which is an option to go through this laser wall with only 4 health. Remember that spikes only do 3 damage, so you could actually get hit by those spikes coming down on the left, and then go through the lasers, damage boosting off the spikes. Off the spikes, but not an option now with only 3 health. Oh no, Kodran going a little bit too fast.
A little
one
too
of the Yeah, one of the few rooms where you get punished for going too fast.
So it's going to be a game restart here, followed by a reload to regain health. Or he will simply reload. Get up!
Let's go, dude.
Get up, Kodran!
Let's go, dude.
Get up! It's very frustrating in these races. It's never over. Entu could die 3 times to this goal.
He could. It has happened before.
Not going too fast through this room a second time. He's gonna navigate these winds just fine. He's gonna have a little bit of commentary curse, and he's gonna keep going. He didn't die. That has never happened before.
I've died like 3 times to Arcade Golem.
Shout outs that Kodran developed the French connection. Taker found it, or theorized it. Kodran tried it and shared it with us. We owe you so much, Kodran.
Alright, GG Entu. Alright,
That was a
Kodran.
very hot Arcane Golem fight.
Finish strong. Another great time by Entu, 31-35. Remember, there's only a handful. Wait, there's 6 people now with sub 32 times. Is that right? 30, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 6 people that currently have a sub 32. And Entu just did it twice in a race setting.
He's a very consistent runner. He will preach the effectiveness of doing individual level practice again and again. As Kodran has a heart full of determination and spams runs to great effect.
Yeah, it looks like we got Entu in chat. As he said, as he pointed out, he can't be here for an interview. But let's check out Kodran real quick.
On audio, by the way. There we go. Let's go, Kodran.
GG, dude.
See if we can get Kodran in here for an interview.
That'd be nice.
Hey.
Hey, Kodran.
GG.
Yeah.
Dude.
It was interesting.
That's one way to put it. You were on some pretty sick paces there on both runs.
Yeah, I think it was some of the best Messenger I've played. Both bamboos were some of the worst bamboos I've ever had, but other than that, and you know, the first glacial, something interesting happened there.
Yeah, was that just not paying attention to health, or just get a
no.
little Kalish there?
No, it was with the snow falling, and usually I do 2 drops off the snow, but I just missed it by even like some frames, and it ended up killing me.
Ouch.
And when I died, I whipped my controller across the room, right, as one does, and it like so I grabbed the controller on my desk and I plugged it in, but it wouldn't recognize it the game, so I had to restart the game. So I lost like a minute to that.
Oh, we thought you were gonna reset the game just to get back to full health. We didn't
Oh,
quite
no,
understand
no.
that.
Just the controller wasn't working, so yeah.
Quick thinking on the control.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you gotta do it. That's really rough to have happen in a race, and I can build once.
Yeah. The second one, I was kind of just like super tilted by tower, so I wasn't really, into the game that much.
Yeah, we saw that in the end.
Mm-hmm.
But you were on a pretty good pace before, Tower of Times happened, Wiz Ropes happened, and all that.
Yeah, on the first race going into Glacial, I was on like 31:30 pace. And then the second race going into Tower, I was on like 31:50 pace, so it was decent.
Yeah, good times. I was just talking about that earlier. There's still only 6 people with a sub 32 time, and both being on such paces. It's pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, GG to Entu. I think, he played super well. He had like a 31:20 or something.
Yeah,
Like
first
that,
race was 31:23 or something like that, and a 31. What is it now? 35, I think
30,
it was.
35.
Yeah.
Yeah, GG.
It was good. If it's any consolation, we did catch your spikes drop this time.
Oh, that's
Yo.
good. Yeah,
Very well
both
done.
times. And also, one thing to note in Glacial, the little wall kick.
Yeah, Puka caught that.
I got that both times, but the first time I got hit by the fireball and fell. But I got it both times. So first try both times.
Hey, as long as you get it, you still feel like a badass going off of that wall.
Yeah.
And then just gives you the confidence to sail right into the Dragon Strikes, and not each platform. So well done.
Yeah.
Way to finish strong both races, despite a couple of unfortunate deaths, terrible setbacks. But we salute your perseverance.
Yeah.
You will be facing 2C next week for the bronze match.
Oh boy.
Are you ready?
I might want to play a little bit. Going into this race, I opened the game only once in the last 7 days, and I only did 1 run.
You saw your first name was D Rust, is that true?
Yeah. That's why.
That was a bold strategy. Big respect to this man.
I played pretty well though. Both
You did.
autumns, if I got forward deboost, would have been 614s. So
It didn't look like somebody that hadn't played the game in a week.
Exactly.
Alright, well, very well done, despite the loss. Thank you for racing. Thanks to Speed Gaming for hosting us. Do you have any
Thanks for,
final party
coming
words to...
yeah, thanks to you guys. You guys are the best. Our official commentators, Ishbinder, Kai Buttberry, always here for us.
Thank you, sir,
Yeah, thank you.
for this community.
Exactly. All right, 2 more races for this tournament. Next one's probably going to be for 3rd place. Just heard Kodran, and we're going to have 2C heading up sometime next week. Still needs to be scheduled. And the finals, Quinningus EST versus the winner of tonight, Entu, coming up next week, probably. Still going to get scheduled down for that. Be sure to check out the speed gaming community, the channels, for what channel it's going to be coming on and what time. We're going to be having that pretty soon. And yeah, that would be all from me. Thanks for checking us out. Thanks for Speed Gaming. Thanks for Sabotage Studios. Thanks to everyone in chat for hanging out as usually. See you guys around.
Thanks for being here, Bad and Boo Game. We're out.
Bye.